afternoon, everyone. My name's Ricardo, and Lisa has mistakenly advised me to speak to everybody during the course of this afternoon, so please bear with me. The voice is because of rugby. I'm usually sexier than this, but it was because I was cross on Saturday, that's why. First and foremost, can I please ask you to put your phones on silent or off, because this is Lulu's time. So while you guys are doing that, I would like to first say welcome to everybody here. Thank you so much for being here. And especially to Carl and family, who is signed in from Australia. Carl is Leanne's twin brother. And then also family from PE, family logging in from Greece and from England, and all the friends that are logged in from Dubai. Welcome, everyone. This is going to be therapy for each one of us here today, because we have our own story, and it is a story that needs to be shared, and in time, it doesn't have to be today, needs to be shared with people like Lisa, with people like me. So I'm going to start with my story, and how I got to know Leanne and Lisa. And before I do that, Lisa said it's okay. Lisa said it's okay. I can say this. Besides myself and this lovely lady sitting here, we bring the spice to all the herbs in this room, eh? I'm just saying, take with that what you want. Okay, so I'm standing here and I am jealous of every single one of you here, every single one of you. And I'll tell you why. Because I was afforded 2 hours of knowing Lulu. 2 hours. And now you ask yourself the question, what is that colored man doing up there if he only knew Lulu for 2 hours? But I'll tell you this much. I have learned that she is exactly the type of person who would have me be up here today. She has known all of you for all of her life, and you've known her for lots of your lives. I knew her for 2 hours. But in that 2 hours, I went from talking business to her, because I am Lulu and Leanne's financial advisor through FNB, to leaving that meeting, giving her a hug so tight, and she held me so tight, because we then, after, seriously, probably about 15 minutes, we just started talking life to each other. It was a joy and an honor to know who she was. I am jealous of every one of you, because you may have more stories than me, which is okay, we all have. But to me, she embodied the true meaning for me of Namaste. Namaste means my spirit recognizes your spirit. And that is who she was. So Lisa, when she was trying to think of somebody who could stand up here and just kind of speak us through this process, she said, I thought of an angel, and that angel is Ricardo. By the way, I'm Ricardo. And it resonated with me. You do not have the type of friendship that I had with Lulu, with Leanne. I remember the first time I referenced Leanne's name, Lulu. The first time I referenced it to Lisa, I looked at her and my eyes were just so big, and I said, I'm sorry, I mean Leanne. And so she says, no, you can call her Lulu, because whoever loves her calls her Lulu. And so she was my friend too. Now, the thing that hits home for me is she brought up, her condition brought up feelings that I thought I worked through 24 years ago, because my mom passed of leukemia. And so I thought that I'd worked through the feelings and the issues and the loss. But you realize that if you lose somebody as special as Lulu was to every one of us, it's like a thorn in your foot that you can't take out. So we learn to walk differently. Each of us are going to walk slightly differently for a long time to come. For a long time to come. But I want each and every person to know this, and I love the rock, the stone analogy, is that Lisa and Lulu picked up stones and rocks and wherever they went, whenever they went. And each of them are different, just as it is described in this little leaflet that's on your tables. It's described as uneven, rough. It's described as smooth, as heart-shaped, as flat, as, in my case, round. Round is also a shape, remember that. It's described as all of those things because it is different. And each rock is attached to a memory. Each of you have Lulu as a rock, and each of you are a rock to somebody, to someone. Don't ever forget that. So, we have a bunch of stuff that we are going to get through. We are celebrating Lulu as this day represents. We are celebrating her. And yes, I've learned that celebration can also come through tears because we remember. And when we remember, we smile, we have tears. We are angry because she's no longer with us physically. But she has most certainly been a rock, and she represents a rock in my life. So when I went home, I told my wife about Lulu, and that she's my client, and she's sitting there with her bald head and her boob belly, and she's talking to me, and she's saying to me, "Don't worry about that stuff. Let's talk about something else." And so then we would talk about my daughter, who took offense to me because I'm raising an offended child. I'm sorry. So let me quantify that. So my daughter was in the kitchen the other day, and I called her and I said, "Madison, daughter, come here." And she comes bouncing into the room and she says to me, "Did you just assume my gender? I am offended." So that's what I have to deal with. So may I please ask you to be a rock in my life and throw something at her. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for what this means, not only to each other because of Lulu, but also to Lisa. I had a conversation with Lisa the other day on the phone, and at the end of the oh, by the way, I confuse names, eh? You just be lucky that I actually know that you, I'll tell you this much. I know Lisa, I know Jappy, for very obvious reasons, and I think I know, and that's probably about it. So please forgive me if I don't remember your name. If you see me walking down the street, you can just say hi. I will greet you. I will greet you. I'm my mother's child. Okay. So everybody's got their drinks, I assume. Everybody's is rustig. Did you want me to do this now? I have, yeah. Okay.
They all know what to do. You all know what to do with your
You do know what to do with your rocks. And so they're over there. Leave the biggest one for me, for obvious reasons. But yeah, so that I can. Yes. So the premise behind that is that you take a picture with your rock. It needs to go to Lisa. Lisa's going to put it onto the Facebook page, okay? And this goes for everyone around the world, not just for those present here. If you find a rock, take a picture of it, maybe even write on it, paint on it, and then send a little note with it and what it means to you. And then send the picture to Lisa. Don't send her the rock. It's going to be expensive for postage. And also, she's going to build a second house at the back. So it is based on just remembering this day and all the days that you've spent with Lulu. So we are going to do We are going to do some farewell messages. Obviously, I'd like to invite anybody who would like to say something to come to the front. Don't worry, this mic does actually get shorter. And so if you feel like saying something, please come up. You can do so now. One at a time, no stampedes allowed. Go for it. Here we go. No short jokes.
Hi there, everyone. I'm Melanie, if you don't know me. I've known Leanne for close to 35 years. I know that doesn't seem that long right now, because it should have been way longer. I thought I'd stand here and say some funny jokes like I normally do. But I don't feel funny today. I actually just feel a huge loss of time with someone that we don't always spend time with, that see us at 18 and now we're 50 odd. We have friendships, but we don't actually see that stages as Lee and I could. I called her Lou because she was taller than me. I couldn't call her Lulu. But I remember the times we used to go clubbing and turn our watches back on a Friday night because we didn't want to pay to get in. You know, it was the time where we didn't ask, where did you come from? What work do you do? Who were your parents? We didn't ask those things. We just got together and we were Friday night clubbing buddies, which evolved with Jappy, that's sitting with us, and Nikki, that is unfortunately not here. And our group grew on a Friday night, and Leanne and I danced. That's all we did, we danced. We drank and we danced. I'm not quite sure in which order, but to me, Leanne was always the conformist. If you had to pay your driver's license, your TV license, she would be there 2 weeks before. And I'd go, what? And all her life she got to work early because she didn't like traffic. She'd phone you on your birthday at 6:30 in the morning because that's when she got to work. And I always knew every year, 6:30, I'd get a call. I'm not sure because she wanted to phone immediately, but damn, she was going to be the first one. There's so many memories at the kaleidoscopes of memories. Jappy. Sure.
Short version of your trip down to swim, Jappy going onto the bus. Short version.
Jappy was a bus driver. She was apparently the best bus driver. And we used to go down to Oudekraal every Sunday and lug everything down, and there'd be 20 of us, and Jappy would say, I'm coming with. But Jappy, aren't you working? Yeah, Mel, but that's fine. And Leanne would go, Jappy, but you're drinking brandy and Coke. That's okay. And she'd hang her jacket, her whole uniform. And in those days, they had those little sling bags with all the change. While Leanne and I were always stealing her change. So we took all her money out of there, kept her uniform there, and Jappy would put on her uniform, and lo and behold, 2 hours later, pop, and we'd look up, and the whole bus, full of all the passengers, they all had to wave. Jappy made them wave. And Leanne and I would stand there and go, I can't believe this. Cheers. As I say, a kaleidoscope of memories from her Savoy flat in Mowbray to trips to Langebaan, to Storms River, to Heidi and Leanne at one Langebaan, both standing on a stand shark. I mean, they were walking on water. And it happened within 5 minutes of each other. But I want to say, to me, Leanne was that person you can count on, that loved her family, that loved her friends. And she was a lot of the times in the background, up until everything changed. And she became the strong, happy, winging it person. You know, they say you've got 2 lives on earth. And the second one begins when you realize you only have one. And that's what happened to Leanne. She realized she only had one life, and she lived it to the full. And I have to salute her and say, Leanne, in the song that we always had, I will survive. I will survive. You have survived, and you will survive in our hearts of everyone here today. When we think of you, when we hear a song, when we just drink a brandy and coke. So I just want to say, salute my friend, but I'll see you soon.
Can we not bring the mic to Jackie? Sorry, Jackie.
No, it's too short.
Okay, no, that's fine.
It's too short. Let me.
Hi, I'm Jeppy. And you know what? I will survive. I will survive like Lulu. Fuck it, you need a chain to pull my pants up. Lulu and I went through lots together. And she taught me to survive. And that's why I'm surviving. I've started eating a little bit of solids, which is very difficult. Because Lulu says if I want to survive, I must start eating solids. I've been only eating soup. So I wear my wife's clothes. Where is she? Yeah. And she thinks I'm fucking sexy, but I don't think I'm sexy. With this fucking pants of mine. Yeah. But anyway, this is about Lulu. My friend. I'll always think of you. Don't forget my letter. She wrote me a beautiful, beautiful letter. I can't share it with everyone. It's a very personal thing between us. But Lulu, I salute you for lasting nearly 10 years, am I right? And Heidi, we've been friends also 40 years. And I held your boy in his arms when he was born. Mike, thank you for looking after Heidi and Lisa. I know what it feels like to lose someone. And, you know, we're with you. We will stand with you through thick and thin to try and get you over this. May God protect you. And thank you for all that's coming. Mel, what a speech. And please give our love to Nikki. We think of her every day. And I must say to everyone, thank you for being here. Lovely. Okay, thank you.
No, cool. Jappy, just so that you know, I'm for hire if you want me to get the bus coins back from some people. We'll chat later.
Hi there, I'm Hazel, and I've known Lulu since she went to Sub A with my Lindsay. Okay, with my Lindsay, and she was part of my family. She was just the most beautiful little thing, and the two of them just loved one another. So I've known her through all that, And eventually Lindsay and her shared a flat in Kenilworth, stayed together. And anyhow, when she met Lisa, it was just the most wonderful thing. I mean, really, I've never seen so much love coming from, she had everything. And they used to come down to us in Amanus with the dogs. And my best memory is of Lisa. I mean, she was so scared to let the stupid dog off the leash. And we went down, walked all the way to Honoris, and I said, oh, for God's sake, there's nothing here. Let the dog off. And she let the dog off, and of course the dog had never been off, and went whoosh all the way down on, and Lisa running behind her. and Lulu just laughing. All of us were laughing, but Lulu was just about wetting herself with this one running after the stupid dog. But we did have absolutely wonderful, wonderful times together. And I must say thank you to all Lulu's friends for always making me so welcome when we had parties, and I was part of it, even though I'm older and whatever. We just had wonderful times. And Lisa, I can never, ever thank you for what love you've given to her. Really, you made her so happy with everything that happened. And I can only thank God that I saw her the day before she went. And I thank you for your friendship. And we've always had wonderful times, my darling.
So, I'm going to ask Heidi to come and say something, and we'll continue.
Hi. Okay, so I'm not. Hi, my name is Heidi. I'm an alcoholic. So I'm not really going to say. Thanks. I'm not really going to say a speech. I'm going to read a letter from my brother in Australia. I'm trying. It's so high.
Oh, let me. Sorry.
It's okay.
Here we go.
Is it better? Okay, so this is from Carl, Lulu's twin brother. Dearest Lulu, words cannot express the loss we have all experienced, and it is with great sadness that I'm writing this speech. I want to thank each and every person who is in attendance today to celebrate the hard but impactful life of my twin sister. On the 22nd of February 1965, we were welcomed into the world under challenging circumstances. We were born to a family based on the belief of free love and a lack of accountability. We could say that we were dealt a fairly bad hand to start life. Lulu was a strong, beautiful, and courageous woman who demonstrated to the people around her what being up for a challenge meant. Lulu was incredibly brave, resilient, diligent, hardworking, and reliable. She was always there to have a laugh, provide words of wisdom or compassion for everyone around her. Her love and care for my beautiful wife and family will forever be carried with me. I will miss you. I will miss your creativity, your joyous dance moves, your cooking, your smile, and most of all, the light you would share when you were in a room. I will forever cherish those memories and time spent with you. I encourage you all to reflect on the moments you got to spend with my wonderful twin sister and hope they bring you as much joy as they do me. My biggest regret was we never had the opportunity to be true twins and live under the same roof. It was only later in life, when we had our own independence, that we truly connected. My realization that despite the fact that we were pulled apart and put on different paths, the similarities, big word, an unsaid bond we shared, carried throughout our lives. Your love for carrot cake and not liking leftovers equals that of mine. The connection we both share to the beach, to fishing, to exploring, and our dedication to the people around us prove that we were true twins after all. Lulu, it was a privilege to share our birth, and it was an honor to be by your side when you took your last breath. You will be remembered every day, and we will raise a glass to you at every special occasion and milestone in our lives. We will carry your memory forever. Your Boet Kali. Okay, so now I'm just going to read from the rest of the family in Australia. So Bella, Lulu's niece, Carl and Ellie's daughter. Dear Auntie Lulu, thank you for always being unapologetic and authentically yourself. I have learned so much about the importance of living from you and your outlook on life. The world is a better place with you in it, and I'm eternally blessed to be your niece. Love you forever, Bella. Then Tyler, Lulu's nephew, Carl and Ellie's son. Dear Auntie Lulu, I'm so proud and honored to have had you in my life. I truly hope to carry your positivity and strength through the rest of my years. From your loving nephew, Tyler John Ludwig. And then Ellie, Lulu's friend and favorite sister-in-law. Dearest Lulu, our dove, our rainbow, and our guardian angel, sister and best friend, I will forever treasure our incredible friendship and will love and miss you every day. What a joy you have shared our lives. Love you to the moon and beyond, Ellie. Thanks.
I want to read something that is important to me, but that speaks about every one of us and the love that we have in common and for each other and for the ones who have passed on. It's a poem by Elizabeth Barrett Browning that she wrote to her husband. It's called, How Do I Love Thee? How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. I love thee to the breadth, depth, and height my soul can reach when feeling out of sight for the ends of being an ideal grace. I love thee with the level of every day's most quiet need, by sun and candlelight. I love thee freely as men strive for right. I love thee purely as they turn from praise. I love thee with a passion put to use in my old griefs and with my childhood's faith. I love thee with the love I seem to lose with my lost saints. I love thee with the breath, smiles, and tears of all my life. And if God choose, I shall but love thee better after death. Anybody else want to come and say something?
Hi, I'm Jade. Lulu was my godmother. Nan just broke my heart because she told me, I thought my whole life, 37 years, that Lulu's name was Lulu because I couldn't pronounce Leanne. And now she just crushed my dreams, okay? So I'm going to have to deal with that one. Okay. Lulu was my mom's best friend. My mom died when I was 5. I never knew Lulu as well as I would have liked to until I moved to Cape Town in 2007 or 2008. By then I was an adult. And when I moved here, Lulu made every effort possible to get to know me. I was brought up in Joburg by a very conservative Lebanese family, and being gay was obviously frowned upon, if I can say. And when Lulu and I got to know one another, even though a part of me growing up was because of the Lebanese in Joburg, Nan was always open about it. And I met Lulu, and one very fond memory, which I'm going to say it anyway because I've had one. We met Lulu and Cleone once at Blue Peter. I was probably about, I don't even know, I think I was probably about 15. And it was the first time I ever got very drunk. So we ate seafood and then I threw up in the parking lot. So that was my first encounter, but that was a time with Lulu that I will never forget. When I moved here when I was an adult, 22, Lulu treaded very lightly. Anyone that knew her, well, everyone that knew her would know that, as Mal said, she was always the quiet one, and she had so much love to give. And she loved me very much. And I loved her. And then she introduced me to Lisa, and Lisa was the loud one. So we used to conspire and be naughty, and then Lulu was like the good one, the good church girl, in a sense. So we were like Chucky. But Lulu was always there for me. Moving here, throughout my time with Lulu, she was always here. I didn't see her for a while. I haven't seen her in a while since COVID and everything. Then things changed for everybody, life-wise, and Lulu getting sick. So I think my biggest regret will be that I wasn't able to see her. But I know that she loved me and I loved her forever. And she taught me so much. So I'm very grateful for that time. And there's a lot of faces here and people that I know that, in my hard times, when I first moved from Joburg, I spent a lot of time with Lulu and Lisa, and they were my family. When Nan was in Amanus and I had nobody here, Lulu and Lisa were my family. And Lisa was always the clown and the funny one and made everything okay, but Lulu was always the one that was quiet but most genuine always. And for that I will always remember. So unfortunately I never saw her for a while. And as I say, my biggest regret. But I know that she is sitting with my mother, having a glass of wine, celebrating. So to Lulu today, and Lisa, I love you. You know. Thank you.
Is there anybody else who'd like to say something? Okay. So before I call Lisa up, but Lisa, I'm going to have to ask. Okay, that's fine. I'll just leave it as low as I can. Don't worry. So this little, almost at the back, or rather at the back of the little leaflet, it says Lulu's tribute and her final say. And I think I'm beginning to get the idea that Lulu almost always had the final say. Yeah. Wisdom comes in being quiet, Lisa, I promise. So I'd like to read this. The circumstances around which you can ask Lisa about. Tomorrow turned into today. You know you have been my rock, strength, and reason to be. My love, my life, my heart, my teacher, my friend. You allowed me to be. You showed me how to forgive, how to love unconditionally, how to be and to live now. I am released from this body and of the pain as it no longer serves me. I've learned my lessons. I am free. I may not be as present as I was, but I'm always near, laughing in the memories of sea and sunsets. Remember the good times. Embrace the new life, the new opportunities as they present themselves. Practice what you preached to me. Know that I am flying high. I want you to do the same. All my love now, today, tomorrow, and always. So I'm going to call up Lisa.
I've just got to finish Lulu's drink quickly. Okay, I'm going to suck it up, and I'm glad that they brought tissues. Firstly, I want to say thank you so much to everyone for coming today to celebrate the one and only Lulu, Leanne, Ludwig, my sunshine, my everything, and your best friend, who will be with us forever in the memories she created as she went through the different chapters of her life. And this is too high. No, I've got it. I think, there we go. That's better. Breast tights is always better. Sorry, baby. To see the angry seas. All right, so before I go into what I've written for, not enough words to describe how much Lulu meant to all of us and to me in the short time that I knew her, of her 50-odd thousand years that she was with us. All right, Di Arthur unfortunately couldn't make today. She's flying high in Croatia somewhere. Hi, Di. Yeah, we know that too, but we won't mention that. Lulu, she says, I feel very sad at not being there today to experience, at least giving you the send-off that you truly, truly deserve. We have had an amazing journey together, and as couples experienced some incredible memories and moments. One of the best for me and Pretty. Pretty is Di's partner, Janine, who sadly also passed away from cancer. And Lulu held Janine very tightly as her cancer buddy, and the two of them shared wonderful experiences together. And it was so wonderful for the two of them going through the fight and the struggle to have that friendship, and Di and I as the partners. And before I go on to her, what she says, Windmill Beach for me was like, you the boys, we the girls, we're going to swim. We arrive at Windmill Beach, and no sooner have we got there, and Janine and Lulu are in the sea swimming. And Di and I are lugging everything and setting up the beach. And it was just one of those wonderful experiences. I can see it as I'm telling the story. And they just loved the sea. And one of the first things, and Di mentions it, is she picked up the starfish. And it might be on one of the pictures. Sorry, Di, I'll carry on with your letter. For me, Pretty and I being Windmill Beach for a real winged day with lots of laughs, starfish, and never to be forgotten moments. Janine and I valued your friendship immensely, and for the last year and a half, it has been a privilege to hang out with you and Lise a lot more. Every single time I arrived to spend time with you both, there you were, Lee, with a smile on your face, and ready to catch up on all the sport, but mainly the cricket. And wow, we could discuss that topic for hours. True story. I loved every moment, and I was privileged to have it with you, Lee. I love you. I thank you for the time that we spent together, and you will forever hold a very special place in my heart. Love, Di. From Sandy Mayer in Dubai, my best friend. My dearest Lulu and best friend, we shared so many wonderful memories together, full of laughter, joy, and especially love. Such a quiet, beautiful soul whose love, strength, and integrity ran far deeper than all of us can ever imagine. Through this incredible and divine strength, You showed us how to be grateful for every moment and appreciate the wonderful world that we live in and the amazing friends by our side. I love you, Lulu, from the depth of my heart, and no moment will go by when I won't miss you. To my dearest Lise, you have been an absolute rock, an angel, and I'm putting my tongue on the top of my palate, an angel, and your strength, your love, your incredible heart brought Lulu the happiness and love that she so deserved right until the very end. Every moment from now on, she will be the one that's holding your hand. She will be the one by your side. She will be the one forever with you until you meet again in the stars. Love, Sandy. Give me a moment. This is a shot of brandy. This is Lulu's. I poured it for her earlier. So, on the build-up to when Carl and Ali were coming, and Lulu was so excited to see her twin, I had to make a build-up. And this might go on, so those who have to leave and they get bored, just drink. And if there's no drink, sorry. So I did this advent calendar, but it wasn't an advent calendar. It was just like an 8-day build-up. And I've taken one of these, which is a picture of Lulu on Table Mountain. And I've just plucked it onto here. And it says, you don't always need to have a plan. Sometimes you just need to breathe, trust, let go, and see what happens. And that was a message that Lulu taught me towards the end. When I met Lulu, and before I get into this whole speech, when I met Lulu, she was, and some of you will acknowledge this, Lulu was a shy kind of gal. And she was like quite jittery, and that, I got attracted to that. The first time, I was like someone that's a little bit less than me. The first time I met Lulu was at Pakalolo, and Mel, it was you and another friend that actually conspired to get us together. Yeah, you will. So I was not in a good space. I was cross with the world. Lulu was also cross with the world and other stuff, but she never showed it. But we met at Pakalolo, and I was having a chicken sandwich. Yeah, true story. And a whiskey, and then I went up to the bar to get another drink, and I saw Lulu standing there, but like over there. So I said, hi, my name's Lisa, would you like a drink? And she said, no, I can afford my own. And that's a true story. And that was the Lulu that I fell in love with, because deep down in her insecurities, I could see that power that she had with people. And again, I'd like to thank, and I'm going to go into a few specifics before I do the sad stuff, and this is just going to give me power. I was only privileged to know Lulu for 16 years. What we did in 16 years felt like a lifetime. I grew immensely. She grew immensely. We cried. We laughed. We hated. We laughed some more. We drank. We danced. We danced. We drank. We slept. We laughed. We celebrated. We got sad. We had trauma. And then we learned to wing it. And it's unfortunate that in life, when you kind of get clapped, universe comes from behind you and just goes, you need to catch a wake up, actually. And they clap you from behind, but you know what? They didn't have to clap my Lulu from behind for her to go so soon. But she has left a legacy. And the times that I've spent in this last, I'm going to say the time that Lulu and I have spent in these last 2 or 3 years since she was terminal, the oncologist said that she is an icon. She lived well past her expiry date. Yes. And that was our Lulu. The times with Sandy and John, and I thank you for that, and I hope that we will continue that tradition, were so very, very special. We met a new friend, Adele, from the neighbor. Adele would love to come and visit. She wasn't visiting me, she just wanted to come and watch Lulu rub her tummy. I think deep down she's a Buddhist, actually. Everybody that sent messages that popped in. and all of you, Shemaine and Dale, just knowing that you were all there in that last phase. Heidi would check in with Lulu almost every day and every second, and Carol, and our Lena, who is joining us today. Her and Leanne had the most magnificent bond. And they would always Hannah and Hannah and Hannah. And Lena, I know that you miss Lulu, as do I, and sterkte vir ons twee. My Afrikaans is baie swak. Okay. So I can ramble on, and it's not about that, because today is a celebration of Lulu, and I'm going to leave this with you, and I might have tears, so please bear with me. I don't need glasses, but anyway. Some of this is what Lulu has written to me, so when I am gone, I won't be here. I'll be everywhere. Lulu always said, I won't be here for long, and I can't take stuff with me. It upset me at times, but in those words, she taught me to take each moment and make it count, and not to worry about the trivial things. She found her voice, and a beautiful voice it was, one still filled with love and care for the other, even with what she was going through. That was tough in itself. I was the fortunate one who had her to myself 24/7 in her terminal years. Well, let's not say terminal. She put that to the test. She outlived all expectations. Even the oncologist said she definitely outlived her expiry. And the palliative care doctor said it was her longest outstanding patient. She said she would stay around long enough to piss us off. But that was her just joking, and she did. She could never piss me off. I was the lucky one. I got to hold her. I got to touch her, love her, cry with her, listen to her fears, her regrets, laugh with her, joke with her, travel with her, listen to music and make memories together, filled with love and respect. We had something that not everyone has a chance to have, and what movies are made of. Well, maybe Netflix or YouTube, I'm not sure. Where you could just shed a tear, and maybe there is a movie here somewhere. So if there's any producers, I'm more than willing to sell it. I was blessed to have this time and the many special moments. Not everyone can understand how precious time is or has time like we did. We would talk about all the hard stuff, and we'd cry together, try to figure out the questions of why us. Towards the end, Lulu just got with it and pushed for more. She just wanted more life. She had it right up to the end with me in tow. She would push me to do more and then better, and not to worry about the insignificant things. And that is where the Fighting Cancer Together came from, which most of you would have seen on Facebook. Without her knowing, she was preparing me for her departure and paving a healing path to try and soften this very, very hard blow. Well, let's just say she tried. The void is going to be huge, and I don't think it's going to be easy for me, but I feel her presence everywhere, and I hear her guiding me. She was so stubborn, and I have fond memories of her stubbornness and her naughty antics. My witnesses, Uncle John and Auntie Sandy, will attest to her resilience and her nature of just testing the boundaries with our paternoster trips. Many times when I got angry, she would just walk away without saying anything, and she would just say, I can because I'm dying. And she joked around that, but still took it seriously, and was so sad when she thought about it that she was going to miss the kids, Jonty and Ruby. She was going to miss the garden, and yes, of course, she was going to miss me and her many friends and family and the many winged adventures. I miss her pointing her stick at me and telling me what to do in our wonderful garden, and will always hear her footsteps walking around checking on me. I even heard them today, but it was Michael going to shower. I am blessed to have chosen to walk with her on her journey. tell me when the overseas people. So can the overseas people hear us? I'll just go back. We've got Eskom here for those in Greece and Australia. I can hear. You can hear. For those in Australia, England, and around the world, and maybe in Cape Town. Lulu's loss for me is so hard. It's not for you. This is for the feed. Here, there's a feed. This. Shh. Adrian, we good? Her loss for me is so hard, but in time, I know I will accept it, and we have lost Lulu in the flesh. But our Lulu, my sunshine, is and always will be. I'm repeating myself. Didn't I do this already? I'm so sorry. She played so much music that brings back memories, and she was always on the lookout for something new. In one of the many notes that she left me, and she left me lots, by the way, she left me Post-its. Post-it notes? Keep the kitchen clean. Remember to water the plants, and that she loves me. And this is one of the other ones. She said, Presh, I know you will be sad, and when you are, put the music on and remember all the wonderful times, and I will be right there. This is the one of them that she made me, and it makes me all warm and fuzzy. It's by Paul Williams, and I'm going to read the lyrics, and maybe you guys can go and find it. And the words go like this. I never had much money. I never won a race. My jokes don't end up funny. And I've had doors slammed in my face. But I think you charm me. I always hoped that someone would. I never had a love like this before. I never had it so good. I'm not that kind of trusted, always tripping over logs, and often I've been busted, chased by friendly dogs. But I think you've charmed me. I always hoped that someone would. I never had a love like this. I never had it so good. To making memories with Lulu flying by my side, and I will continue with our winged adventures. She wanted her day to be a celebration. So let's go out celebrating Lulu, and let's wing it every single day. The end. Love you all. To Lulu. Jappy is going to have a sip of Lulu's. If you want a wee break, please. Yeah. First time since the 1st of Jan. To Jappy. Jappy. And Lulu's right on your side. The tall man. As soon as we get power to the people, I think it's around about 2, so we should be going back on.
Is it? Hello. There's nothing happening here. There's nothing happening. No, it's not here. Hello. Hey? Oh, I don't know about that.
To all of those that came and have crossed over from live, thank you for joining us. We're going to cross over now to the slideshow for Lulu. And she loved you all so much. So we'll have music and the slideshow. We're going to party here, and I hope you're partying wherever you are. To Lulu, lots of love.
How can one become so bounded by choices that somebody else makes? How can we both become a version of a person we don't even like? We're in love with the world, but the world just wants to bring us
So I'm not sure how many of you, and I hope that you are all. So this is just a message from Carol, who's Lulu's mom, and I do apologize with everything that's been going on. It was a handwritten note. Carol, I do apologize, but this is from Lulu's mother. To our precious, loving daughter Lulu. Her brilliant smile was was an out of the world reflection of her inner being. Even during her battle of cancer, she forever didn't stop smiling, encouraging others and being a beautiful shining star. We miss you and will always live in our hearts. Forever love, Mom and Ernie. And then there's Lisa. Ernie and I would like to say a very big thank you for taking such good care of our Lulu, and we will always love you so much for that blessing. Thank you, Carol. And I'm sorry that this was missed. It is definitely something that will be remembered. Thank you all for loving Lulu. Let's party.
choices that somebody else makes. How come we both become a version of a person we don't even like? We're in love with the world, but the world just wants to bring us down by putting ideas in our heads that corrupt our hearts somehow. When I was a child, every single thing could blow my mind, soaking it all off for fun, but now I only soak up wine. They say to play hard, you work hard, find balance in the sacrifice. And yet I don't know anybody who's truly satisfied. You better believe I'm trying to keep climbing, but the higher we climb feels like we're both none the wiser. So I hope I learn to get over myself, stop trying to be somebody else, so we can love each other for free. Everybody wants something, you just want me. Why am I obsessing about the things I can't control? Why am I seeking approval from people I don't even know? In these crazy times I hope to find something I can cling on to, 'cause I need some substance in my life, something real, something that feels true. You better believe for you I've cried, I've tired. Want you so bad, but you can't fight fire with fire. Oh, I hope I learn to get over myself, stop trying to be somebody else. Oh, I just want to love you for free, 'cause everybody wants something from you, you just want me. Listen, I know how low I can go, I give as good as I get. You get the brunt of it all, 'cause you're all I've got left. Oh, I hope in time we both will find peace of mind. Sometimes the road less traveled is the road best left behind. Oh, I hope I learn to get over myself, stop trying to be somebody else. Oh, I just want to love you for free, yeah. 'Cause everybody wants something from me, you just want me. You better believe I'm trying to keep climbing, but the higher we climb feels like we're both none the wiser.
We got it together, didn't we? We've definitely got our thing together, don't we, baby? Isn't that nice? I mean, really, when you really sit and think about it, isn't it really, really nice? I can easily feel myself slipping more and more waves in that super world of my own. Nobody but you and me. We've got it together, baby. My first, my last, my everything, and the answer to all my dreams. You're my sun, my moon, my guiding star, my kind of wonderful. That's what you are. I know there's only one like you. There's no way they could have made two. You're all I'm living for. Your love I'll keep forevermore. You're the first, you're the last, my everything. In you I found so many things. A love so new only you could bring. Can't you see it, you? You make me feel this way. You're like a fresh morning dew on a brand new day. I see so many ways that I can love you till the day I die. You're my reality, yet I'm lost in a dream. You're the first, the last, my everything. I know there's only one like you. There's no way they could have made two. Girl, you're my reality, but I'm lost in a dream. You're the first, you're the last, my everything. You and me, baby. Just you and me. You are the first, the last, my everything.
I've been so many places in my life and time. I've sung a lot of songs and made some bad rhymes. I've acted out my life on stages with 10,000 people watching. Well, but we're alone now, and I'm singing the songs to you. I know your image of me is what I hope to be. I've treated you unkindly, but darling, can't you see? There's no one more important to me. Baby, can't you see through me? We're alone now, and I'm singing a song to you. You taught me precious secrets of a true love withholding nothing. You came out in front when I was hiding. But now it's so much better, and if my words don't come together, listen to the melody, 'cause my love is in there hiding. I love you in a place where there's no space or time. I love you for my life. Dear mama, you are a friend of mine. And when my life is over, remember when we were together. We were alone, and I was singing this song for you. This song is 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 for you. You. I love you in a place, my dear friend, where there's no space or time. I love you for my life. You are a friend of mine. And when my life is over, remember when we were together. We were alone, and I was singing a song to you. Singing a song to you. Singing a song. Oh yeah, singing a song. I was singing a song. It's for you.
Captured effortlessly, that's the way it was. Happened so naturally, I did not know it was love. The next thing I felt was you, holding me close. What was I gonna do? I let myself go, and now we're flying through the stars. I hope this night will last forever. Oh, oh, oh. Ain't nobody loves me better, makes me happy, makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better than this night will last forever. Oh, 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 ain't nobody loves me better. Makes me happy, makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better than you. At first you put your arms around me, then you put your charms around me. We stare into each other's eyes, and what we see is no surprise. Got a feeling most for treasure, and a love so deep we cannot measure. Ain't nobody loves me better. Makes me happy, makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better than you. Ain't nobody loves me better. Makes me happy, makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better than you.
Well, I tried to make it Sunday, but I got so damn depressed that I set my sights on Monday, and I got myself undressed. I ain't ready for the altar, but I do agree there's times when a woman sure can be a friend of mine. Well, I keep on thinking about you, sister golden hair surprise, and I just can't live without you. Can't you see it in my eyes? I've been one poor correspondent, and I've been too hard to find, but it doesn't mean you ain't been on my mind. Will you meet me in the middle? Will you meet me in the air? Will you love me just a little, just enough to show you care? Well, I tried to fake it, I don't mind saying I just can't make it. Well, I keep on thinking about you, sister golden hair surprise, and I just can't live without you. Can't you see it in my eyes? Now I've been one poor correspondent, and I've been too hard to find, but feeling I just can't make it.
So long, you and me been finding each other for so long, and the feeling that I feel for you is more than stronger. Take it from me, if you give a little more than you're asking for, your love will turn the key. Darling mine, I would wait forever for those lips of wine. Build my world around you, darling. This love will shine, girl. Watch it and see. If you give a little more than you're asking for, your love will turn the key. I just wanna be your everything. Open up the heaven in your heart and let me be the things you are to me, and not some puppet on a string. If I stay here without you, darling, how would I want you laying in the love I have to bring. I'd do anything to be your for so long. You and me been finding each other for so long, and the feeling that I feel for you is more than stronger. Take it from me, if you give a little more than you're asking for, your love will turn the key. I just wanna be your everything. Open up the heaven in your heart and let me be the things you are to me, and not some puppet on a string. If I stay here without you, darling, how would I want you laying in the love I have to bring. I'd do anything to be your I just wanna be your Open up the heaven in your heart and let me be the things you are to me, and not some puppet on a string. If I stay here without you, darling, I want you laying in the love I have to bring. I'd do anything to be your everything.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, and something without warning, love, bears heavy on my mind.
and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. When the day that lies ahead of me seems impossible to face, when someone else instead of me always seems to know the way, then I look at you and the world's all right with me. Just one look at you and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. When the day that lies ahead of me seemed impossible to face, and when someone else instead of me always seems to know the way, then I look at you and the world's all right with me. I just one look at you and I know it's gonna